All right. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Professor McCoy. Welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance. Let me light my candle. Go pardon the bright light for a moment. All right. Wonderful. All right. Evening. Welcome, welcome. All right. Let's jump back into it, and we've plenty to chat about. There's been a lot going on in the world that I think it's worth discussing, and also a request from a friend of mine to talk about a subject. So I'm gonna let him know that I plan on talking about it. Give me just a brief moment. I'll keep talking as I do. Don't you worry. But anyway. A lot of political news worth talking about. See, this is why I need the bonk screen. I can't hotkey it anymore. My OBS isn't letting me.
Boy.
The cicadas are back. Of course they're back. Ooh, I still just want to talk to whatever Deb thought that was a good idea. Whatever Dev thought the frickin' cicadas were a good idea. Is that even a Bohemian thing? Is that even, like, are there cicadas in Eastern Europe? Or I thought that was more an American South thing. I don't know, man. Whatever. What do I know? What do I know of sheltered little Florida man? What do I know about
what are you doing
Eastern Europe?
About in the dark, eh?
Oh, right. Sorry. Forgot it was dark. All right. Let's go find a little bit of a rest in our wee hovel. Am I hungry at all? I'm a wee bit hungry. Let's see if the tavern has food for free. I think it actually probably does. Let's see. Hold on. One more thing. I need to turn down my actual headphone volume. Sorry about that. There we go.
My respects.
The headphone volume was actually quite loud in my ears, especially with the frickin' cicadas. Anyway, whatever. So, I'll mention first and foremost, I do have another video out, another Star Wars video this time. This one on what I thought was a fascinating little thematic through line in the Thrawn trilogy. And that is, first of all, Luke Skywalker's troubles as a teacher. Really? Okay. Fine. His troubles as a teacher, especially stemming from what I wind up referring to as his imposter syndrome. Now, I say I use the term specifically for a couple of reasons. First of all, because I think that that a lot of us can relate to that sort of thing, right? That that Luke has this experience of being the last of the Jedi and being the first of this new order and having this responsibility to pass on what he's learned, but then also just being Luke, right? He's just, the farm boy from Tatooine, especially Prescient. That is the nickname he gets from Mara Jade, the to be Mara Jade Skywalker, and so it's. Oh my gosh, I need to eat more? Really, this gruel is awful, I guess. Not very filling. Hey, Grace. My week's going pretty well. Going pretty well so far. Not doing so bad. Yeah, it's anyway, I think that is a really interesting and relatable little I hesitate to even call it a flaw. I don't actually see it as a flaw so much as I see it as a what? A challenge that he has to overcome. Oops, I do not need my sword. Yeah, I think that it's, like I said, it's really, more than anything else, it's like it's a challenge that Luke has to overcome, particularly throughout the Thrawn trilogy. And by the end of it, he more or less does. But then also, what makes this thematically funny to me is that, Luke's got imposter syndrome. But he's also got an imposter running around. Literal imposter. You've got Luke Skywalker, the mad clone of Luke. Let's see. What's in here? What's up with this mad beekeeper, anyway? That's a lot of honey. Why is there so much honey? 128 pounds of honey. Oh, I maxed out the very nice. It's all honey. And his keys. His pockets are full of honey. This is... more honey. More honey. This is... what? Okay. That's a comical amount of honey. Anyway, sorry. That was a fun little detour. So anyway, like I said, I will I'll just add that like I said, I think that this little aspect of Luke's character and this particular bit of trouble that he has is, first of all, very relatable, and second of all, thematically hilarious with the main challenge, really, of the Thrawn trilogy. Ooh. Yeah, let's see. The main threat of the Thrawn trilogy being this whole cloning thing. Oh yeah, I've been seeing some of your some of the difficulties you've been talking about on Discord. That's unfortunate. Hi. Hey friends. Hey there. All right, let's handle this. Really?
Nesze, te foszfej! Nem kellett volna beleütnöd az orrodat!
Thanks, Mutt. You're covered in blood. Good job, buddy, though. Very, very well done. Any food for Mutt? That's really my priority here. I'll take a badge. Hey, Baze, how you doing? Okay. Ah, there you go. There's Pebbles. I will say the downside to my week, which I don't know if I'm sure his voice is probably not coming through the mic, but really, the downside of my week is that that Gabe has been having all manner of trouble sleeping. Perhaps I can blame his injury and that's got him uncomfortable. But you know, maybe not. Maybe he's just like this sometimes. I will say he has had by far the worst sleep regression out of any of the kids so far. So. Hey. Hi, soldier.
Right now. You get the hell out of
You're right. I'm going.
Okay.
Don't worry.
and don't come back. Enough. You've had your chance. Now kick your teeth in. Alert! To arms!
What? What are you doing? I'm not interested.
We're gonna go. Hey, get him!
You'll be sorry, fucker.
Do it!
Okay, I guess.
Show what you're made of.
Fucking bastard!
You really shouldn't attack me without a helmet, buddy.
You want to try me?
Yeah, probably. Someone shooting arrows at me? Ow. This guy. Okay.
Just
Ooh,
getting
yeah.
started.
Okay. Oh, Mutt. Ooh.
For glory!
Mistake, shit.
Why did he do that? Why did I do that? That was a big mistake on my end.
You fucker!
Bring it. There we go. Got him.
You
Next.
want to try me?
There it is. All right, we do need hangry Henry. Yeah. Henry needs a little hangriness. A little more hangriness. Nothing worth taking, really. Dried apple, that'll help me. That'll get me some health back. Oh, it's morning now. Hey JP, what rebellion are we referring to? Are we referring to rebellion of like these guys? Because apparently this is a deserters camp, so that seems relevant. Not sure though. Not sure exactly what you're referring to there. But it could, you know, make sense in this context. Yeah, this is apparently a deserters camp. Deserters, I presume, from Sigismund's army, but I kind of hope not. I'd like to encourage that sort of thing rather than slaughtering them. But, you know, is what it is. What's this? Meat! Got a bunch of meat. They've been poaching. I see. Nothing yet. It's still hungry. Let's see. Ooh. Enhanced wounding bolt. Very nice. Nice bassinets. Nice Waffenfrocks. They got some nice stuff, but these I need. There we go. Oh, nice. A nice dinner with mom is always a good thing. Glad to hear that, Grace. Why am I in here? This looks like human bones. I don't like this. Why am I in here? I don't. No. Let's get out of here. All right, pebbles. Let's go. It is nice going on a Mediterranean cruise, though. That sounds fun. Sounds like a good time. Alright, let's see. What else? What do we got going on here? Let's put away some of this nonsense. I forgot to sell all this stuff. Darn. Darn. Yeah, what sort of a nice dinner was it? I'm always curious about such things. Let's go on up here. Devil's Den. In any case, well,
Morning.
let's see what's going on here. I need a bath. Which, quite frankly, I'll just go to the bathhouse. It's right there. Why not? Just have them wash my clothes. There is a bathhouse right here. Why not? Nope, not her. I have to talk to the proprietress. Here we go.
What would
Smolka.
you like, sir?
I'd like to use your service.
Certainly.
Okay, hot bath, clothes wash.
I need a hot bath and my clothes.
All right.
Yeah, 7
gladly
groschen.
pay you.
Fine.
Excellent.
I think I have enough.
You'll find exactly what you were looking for in my baths.
Ah, you're as clean as you can be, lad. I
Thanks.
feel satisfied.
Thanks so much. Onward we go. Still hungry though. Let's go eat at the Devil's Den, and then we'll finish the Devil's Den quest. Yeah. Eat at the Devil's Den if we can find. I forget where the food pot is. Here we go. And you're still cooking. All right. Well, I guess I'll just eat my own food. Honey. Yes. There we go. I went to an Irish pub called Finbar's. She had a club and fries, had a boxty, traditional Irish potato bread, filled with haddock, onion, and spinach with onion rings and dill mushroom cream sauce. Okay. Boxty, filled with haddock, onion, and spinach. Haddock, onion, and spinach. With onion rings and a dill mushroom cream sauce.
Greetings, Henry.
Fascinating. I've never heard of such a
I'll
thing.
be with you, Shishka.
That sounds good. Weird. That does sound a little bit weird. But I'd try it. I'd definitely try it. Alright, let's talk to the
So,
devil.
Henry,
Shall we celebrate the return of these two bastards?
You don't have to ask me twice. The first round's on me.
Toast? Nah, we get drunk like hogs.
Oh boy.
To pytam się jej, czy nie chce wskoczyć na konika.
Ada, for fuck's sake.
A wiesz co ona mi na to?
She says she don't understand shit, huh?
Shut the fuck up, both of you.
A co ty taki wrażliwy?
Did Henry take his sweet time with the rope? Or are you this stupid from birth and I just forgot?
Ah, he's thicker now. If Henry let him choke any longer, he'd be drooling on his shirt.
Chcesz mordę?
Shut up! Fucking hell.
What biting your arse, devil, huh?
I wanted to say I'm glad you and Ada are back. But I don't feel like it anymore.
No to my się sami napijemy. Na zdrowie!
Yeah! To us!
You should raise a toast to Henry. You'd be dead if it wasn't for him.
I suppose so. Thanks, Shishka.
Ungrateful bastards! That we should all thank Henry for bringing us to the same table again. So, to Henry.
To the king.
Which one? Or we drink 2 times?
Don't make trouble, Janos. Henry saved you from the noose, but no one will save you from me.
What I care about any kings? Better drink to Henry!
To Henry.
Za tę śliczną cycatkę z łaźni.
Only then? You have more, no?
Polish bastard.
Tell us about it, Henry. What happened?
I also found Matthew, but he grew tired of your pack. He prefers robbing old crones by the road.
Zdradziecki, zapluty szczur. Jeśli wejdzie mi w drogę, zatłukę go, kurwa, jak świnie!
What did he say?
Nothing nice, I'd
Oh,
imagine.
that sort of potato. Okay, boxy
forgot
is a
to add. Kurva!
thin potato bread,
What
which
about
resembles
the
a
rest?
crepe, sort of. From day-old leftover mashed potatoes, mostly. Can't fully remember the full ingredient list. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Not what I was picturing, but I dig it. Yeah, that is coming together in my mind a little bit more. That sort of thing. Okay. All right.
And Raniek is dead.
Somebody rammed dice down his throat.
Basically.
Not quite. But it was Dice that paid him back in the end.
Kurwa! Dał słowo, że tym razem na pewno wygra.
It translates kurwa.
Ale znamy się jak
Okej.
łyse konie. Miałem go lepiej pilnować.
Don't feel bad, hey? He not want help and he don't deserve it. What about the rest?
And Bahuta, he has decided to redeem himself, so he could pass the Lord's judgment.
Co za jełop. Nawet Bóg ma go w dupie. Ha!
He got to try hard. Wake up before sunrise, pray, give up meat and beer, and woman. Fuck, poor bastard.
That's it. That's everyone.
So, we are the only ones?
Unfortunately. But the best remain.
So, to loyal brothers in arms.
Yeah, to us! Long live us!
The beer's flowing like water. Grace says the filling of the boxy was covered in the dill mushroom cream sauce. Okay, yeah.
Ogródeczku rośnie różyska.
Is he
Napój mi,
He peeing on the fire?
Manusiu, mego kunicka. Nie chcę, nie napoję, bo się kunia, kurwa boję. Bo się kunia, kurwa boję, bo mi jeszcze młoda.
what?
Nice. We also have one like that.
To teraz ty, młodzieniaszku, dawaj.
Oh boy.
What did he say?
He say you sing
Oh
now.
boy. Sure,
I'd be delighted.
Henry, it's singing time.
Underneath our windows, water flows so clear. Take my little horse there and water him, my dear. I won't water him, though. No, I can't anymore.
What the hell?
Cudownie, pięknie.
Henry, my friend, Janos love you.
A mnie nie?
You most, my sweet other.
No to wypijmy za to!
What did he say?
Yeah, that is true.
We drink to that.
Haddock on its own is pretty bland. Nah, he's drunk enough. We're gonna go to bed. I know that this is a plot thing, but no, let's be like, Henry needs to be responsible, and I have a feeling that this is gonna end really poorly if we're smashed, because this is a group of freaking bandits in the middle of a occupied territory, rebels and bandits. Yeah, Haddock, like Grace, like you said, Haddock can be kind of bland. Usually when I have Haddock, it's been salted. So it has a bit more oomph to it. It does take flavors well.
Sorry, fellas, but I'm off to my bed. I just know I'm gonna suffer in the morning.
Shame. And I was just in the right mood.
You have Archer Man over there just peeing in the fire. I mean...
Oh, kurva. I feel like shit.
Just wait 20 seconds and it'll go. It'll go away. That's fine. Is my chest right? Yeah. Anything I gotta put away? I don't think so. No. Alright, hangover's gone. I think we're good. Good morning. Morning, Ziska.
What will you do now?
We'll give it some thought and see. Hopefully we'll know better when you come back from Liechtenstein.
Alright, good enough. What is this? This oh, it's a Fokosh, right? Is that what that's called?
No proszę, a któż to do nas idzie?
And a Rondel dagger.
Że
Interesting.
Wyglądasz zdecydowanie lepiej niż Kubienka i Czad. Zdecydowanie. Zaprzyjaźnimy się.
Yes. Sure. Tell me something about yourself. We barely know each other.
No cóż, nie znamy się, ale przeszkadza ci to?
What? Speak slower. I can't understand you at all.
A co mnie to obchodzi? Wiesz co? Jak chcesz ze mną pogadać, to przynieś mi beczkę piwa i stuzin dziewu. Jak już to razem wypijemy i się
Jerk.
zabawimy, to dogadamy się bez problemu.
Okay. I will say I really looking over on the other side. Oh, it's not really visible. Fine, whatever. I kind of love Rondel daggers. I kind of want one. I'm just sort of torn between wanting a more traditional three-sided or three-edged Rondel dagger and a more practical, perhaps, traditional knife style. It's like a regular two-edged kind of thing. Asha? No. Thiefing is his work. Work is thiefing. Oh, we do get to go visit the sword school. Menhart's sword school. One of these days, maybe after the next plot or two, we can we'll go back to the Trotsky region now that we've unlocked all of the map. Might be worth doing. He says, though haddock and salmon are two of the most common fish eaten in Nova Scotia because they're both locally fairly abundant in availability. Yeah, that makes sense. Radically different fish, though, as far as flavor profiles, though. Radically different. I don't think you could have two more different
trial
fish.
by fire go last night?
Well, I still have both my shoes. I woke up in bed alone and it wasn't even full of puke. So I suppose it was a success?
I'm jealous. At my age, a hangover is almost as bad as getting shot in the arse.
You always drink like that?
Almost always. The mornings are hard, but at least you clear your head. And often your stomach, too.
Okay, so that's actually not quite true. What I just said, I'm not quite accurate. So, I see there those like salmon and haddock, because haddock is a relatively plain white fish. It seems like that's like 2 points on a triangle of fish types as far as eating goes. Because you got salmon, which is the very, I don't know, salmon. It's salmony. There's no other way of describing salmon. Okay, if you don't know what salmon is, it's salmon. Just shut up. It's salmon. And then you have the flaky whitefish, which is not as flavorful on its own, but takes flavors really well. It's very light. It's very flaky, that sort of thing. And then in the other corner, the missing part is the fishy kind of fish. That'll be stuff like mahi mahi, stuff like what is it, mackerel, things like that. Which I actually really like stuff over in that last over here, I guess was my metaphor. That corner, that fishy corner. I love mahi mahi. I love mackerel is great. Like Spanish mackerel is my favorite fish. That sort of thing. So you get the kind of maybe 3 different opposite extremes of fish. He says, yes, I specifically chose the contrasting nature because personally salmon is one of my favorite fish, though I do enjoy haddock when it's cooked right with the right seasoning. Yeah, tuna is, I would say, somewhere right in between that salmon and fishy. It's on the sort of this side of that triangle. Tuna it can be kind of fishy, mostly that it's salty, I guess, but it also is a lot sweeter than a lot of the more fishy kind of fishes. And a little firmer too. So I'd move it, I'd scooch it up a little bit this way, a little bit towards that salmon direction. Teach me something.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Certainly. I'm just about bored to death, so at least this'll make the time pass faster.
Pommel strike. Cool.
I've seen you fight, and you could be a bit more direct, my friend. Just forget about what it looks like, you get me? I'll show you how to take out your opponent without slitting him open from his neck to his arse. What do you say?
400? Worth it. Oh yeah, Grace, talking about more canned tuna, sushi tuna is something to do. Yeah, I'm more used to sushi tuna. I've talked about my my night job, summer job, my non-teaching job. I'm a meat and seafood guy at Winn-Dixie, and it means I get a good amount of nice fresh fish, and I'm really glad that we carry stuff like sushi grade tuna. Just great stuff, like ahi tuna steaks, cooked or not, whatever, still really good stuff. Let's do a pommel strike.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Aye, I can see you like long swords too, eh? So listen.
I do.
The trick is about speed and surprise. After stabbing with the sword, you immediately turn it around, and while sliding, you strike the sword's pommel forward.
Yeah.
If you do it fast enough, the opponent won't have time to move, and you'll hit him right between the eyes.
Wow. Yep.
And now, come and try it a few times.
Tuna maguro. What is that one? I'm not actually... It doesn't sound too familiar.
Good. You could be bloody damn good if you don't get killed first.
What is going on here? Oh, Mutt, you're shoving me. Okay.
Here you go. Take it.
Here. Have a snack. Good boy. Ooh, good boy. Oh, wait. No, I do need to talk to Dry Devil. I thought I had to talk to Kubianka for some reason. All right. Let's see what's up.
So what's next, now that your band is back together?
Hold on.
Well, I've got Kubienka, Adar, and Janos. It's not much, but it'll have to do. Now we just have to figure out how to give hell to Sigismund.
What am I to do?
Well, didn't you say you needed to find Liechtenstein as soon as possible?
Aye, I'm working on it.
Oh, it's a cut of tuna and sashimi sushi. Okay. Oh, it's a different. Okay, is it a different cut or is it a different variety of tuna? Because most of the tuna I usually have is just tuna loins. Just because I know ahi tuna is kind of the standard one. Oh yeah, maguro is it's the middle one between ahi tuna, which is very lean, and then like I forget what the actual name, the Japanese name for it is, but usually called fatty tuna. This, no, not that. All right, well, let's do Into the Underworld. But first, we'll... Oh, it's the word for tuna in Japanese. Oh, well, there you go. I thought it was a specific type of tuna, because I know there are... It's not grades of tuna that I'm thinking of, but there are 3 or maybe 4 different, basically... I don't know if they're subspecies or what, of tuna that do have, like, pretty radical different characteristics, and they're usually used for different things. Like I know there is another one too, which is basically a lower grade one. That's usually what they use for canning. All right, let's go to Menhart's sword school.
Easy.
Go check that out.
Nice and slow.
And let's no, I don't actually need to sharpen my sword. We're good. I do need to fix my armor, though, I'm sure. Whoa. Yeah, I do need more armor's kits. Darn it. Okay. Okay. Oh, bluefin tuna, which can be caught in Prince Edward Island, Canada. Okay.
Genius. Hard to believe you're still single.
See you later. Take care.
May God protect you.
Slow down, you
No.
Won't believe this. The whole village burned to the ground.
Village burned to the ground. Interesting. I've probably seen it. I think I know the one.
down their noses at us because of their stuff.
Okay, it's around here somewhere. You doing there? Ah, Menhart. There you are.
Schönen Tag. Was willst du, mein Herr?
So, you finally got your way, eh, Menhard?
Ja, ja. It is a great feeling after all the effort. It is to a large extent your doing, Heinrich. Vielen Dank nochmal.
Why are they fighting
In
with
token
axe
of
and a
our
sword?
thanks, recognition and Freundschaft, I wish to make you a gift of this Langschwert, which I received from my Meister in Frankfurt on the day I too became a Meister.
Well, I'm not a master, so. Most common sushi tunas are bluefin, big eye, yellowfin, and albacore. I think albacore is most commonly used for canned tuna. Yes, it is. I think I usually get yellowfin, which is a lot more common throughout most of the U.S. I think.
Thanks. But I can't accept this, Menhard. That sword belongs to you by rights.
Those are honorable words, Heinrich. I will keep the Schwert then. It has much meaning for me. Danke. Aber you will at least accept einige Groschen, nicht wahr?
Well, I can never refuse an honestly earned groschen. Thanks.
That's fair.
And that is not all.
Whoa!
Listen well.
That's
I
a lot.
agreed with
850, not
Friedrich
bad.
that we will do things richtig. In Kuttenberg, we will hold a great and glorious tourney every week. Offensichtlich, as I promised you, I can teach you the art of sword fighting from now on. I show you Meister technique of handling Langschwert. Then Arne show you the basic teachings of combat stance. Arne learned a lot from me and mastered also other weapons than the Langschwert. He has much to teach you too.
Cool.
A tourney? That sounds good. It will be here.
Finally
in the
unlock
city.
the tourney.
Genau.
Good lord.
It will be by the walls, near to our Fechthalle, one time each week. Always with Langschwert, sword and shield, and free combat in heavy armor. If you want to join, come to me. I write you down and tell you more about it. It will be good practice for you, and you can also
Absolutely,
gain
let's do
good
it.
rewards and glory.
The art of sword fighting.
Glory,
you say?
absolutely. That's what we're in it
What
for.
kind of things can you teach me?
Alles. Langschwert and other weapons. Meisterschläge and technique. Or just practicing combat. Wie du willst.
I'd love to learn from you. When can we start?
Good. I am glad to hear it. We can start when you want. The first lesson I can give you now. Do not be proud. Be modest. Pride will come back to haunt you in Gefecht and in life. Remember that auch. And since you are in our Bruderschaft, I will teach you one echt Meistertechnik that no one else here knows. You only have to ask.
What about Arne? How's he doing?
Gut, Heinrich. Gut. The local apothecary and physician Albicus did an excellent job. Arne's eye all right. His sight come back. Only scar remain. Gott sei Dank.
I'm glad to hear that. Thanks for everything, Menhart. I'll certainly come and see you sometime.
Good. One last thing. If you are in need of a bed, you can sleep in the loft of our Fechthalle. Auf Wiedersehen, mein Herr.
Nice. I don't actually need a bed, really, but I will learn that technique.
You said you'd teach me some kind of special technique.
Ja, genau. Get ready. I will show you a special longsword technique that Meister Lichtenauer taught me. It is called Oben abnehmen. First, you attack your opponent's head. If he blocks your strike, attack his face as if you were trying to stab him. If he deflects your blade to the side to defend himself, move your blade around his and cut his head open. If you do that in an unexpected direction, your opponent will have little time to react, and you will strike him well. Come, let us practice zusammen.
I think that's literally the words from his manual. I think.
Es ist doch gut, oder?
I'm not sure, but I'm reasonably certain that is the actual those are the actual words from Menhart's longsword manual. I kind of want to look it up. Fascinating. Very cool. All right. Dietrich. Siegfried.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. Oh, Andrew. I thought that was Arne. All right. I am actually going to go upstairs in the Fechthall and go have a brief nap. Got a snack? No, no snack. No snack. Alright, let's see. Is it all the way upstairs? Yes, this is where I sleep? Where do I sleep? That's a hayloft. Probably not there. I did... Okay. Anyway... So the funny thing, right, is, Oh, there it is. Oh, I should have just, silly me. Oh well, whatever. Let's sleep and save until we are not tired anymore, and it's the middle of the night. Because we have to go and try and get ourselves robbed, and then beat the hell out of the guy who tries to rob us so that we can get some information out of him. As you do. Particularly as you do when walking around in massive armor. Alright, let's go. So, I'll say so. There's a couple of things I was mentioning that I wanted to talk about in terms of news, current events, politics, etc. And quite frankly, they mostly have to do with really big, dumb, stupid decisions by the Trump administration. And now also I'll add not just stupid decisions, but categorically bad and unjust decisions. I mean, we talked a little bit about ICE and deportations, yada yada, all that fun stuff. We talked a bit about that last week. But there's also, I also want to bring up this, a couple of other things that haven't gotten the same coverage because they're not as obvious or as extreme, but they're still, I think, pretty categorically unjust. And like, I don't know, unforced errors is kind of a good way of looking at it. Oh yeah, no, Philip, this game is phenomenal. Like, it is absolutely excellent. You can go back a little while and look at the relatively high level combat. If you go back probably, I don't know, 15 minutes, I was fighting a good group of guys. And this is sort of elder game combat. So it is the combat's pretty great. The overall gameplay is pretty good too, just in general, because there's a lot going on. A lot of it is just sort of exploration.
Take care. You're always welcome here, noble sir. You silly doggy.
Oh, hoping you get some Switch 2 update for mouse control. You don't want mouse control. Okay, let me explain. First of all, I use a gamepad. I don't usually use a gamepad for a lot of games. For this one, I absolutely do, and it is infinitely better on gamepad. The only exception to that is lockpicking.
You should hear this.
Oh, hello. The only exception to that is lockpicking, where I keep one hand on here for the control stick, and I use the mouse on my other hand.
when a punching hit me napper. It's like black pudding now.
Of course. I don't quite understand, but I believe you.
Well, to hell with you. I'm glad to see you. It's good you came, because Vlakia is a canny job for you.
I'm glad to finally get a word in.
Oh, this is not what I thought it
you
was.
didn't leave us in the lurch and came back, Henry.
Okay, fine.
And why not? Last time it was a little wild.
Sure, let's just go
but
for
at
it.
least there's never a dull moment with you fellas.
How are you, lad? Join us in the pit. It'll be a reet good change of pace.
Aye, there's half and chink in it. But you look like you'd rather have a weapon in your hand than a pickaxe, eh?
Aye. Wolf says, I'll have to check this out later. I'm about to be driving, so I'll have to revisit later. Yeah, understandable. Happened to see the notification, opening some music, figured to help the algorithm. Appreciate it. That's always a good little help. But yeah, check it out later. I did a full playthrough on stream of the first game as well, which is also absolutely worth playing. In fact, I have a lot of trouble saying which one is better, really. There are elements of this game that are markedly improved, but the first game absolutely stands on its own, as well worth playing. So, I will absolutely recommend these games. These are some of my most highly recommended games, I would say. At least of the ones I've played on this channel, it's really like the only other games or game series that I would recommend as or more highly than this is probably the Mass Effect trilogy, especially now that it's got the Legendary Edition out. And I don't know, like Legend of Zelda, the 3D Zelda games.
There's no end to this.
Yeah. The first one is also super cheap on Switch 1. And the Switch version is pretty decent from what I've seen. I haven't played it. I have not played it on Switch, so I can't say for sure, but it runs pretty well as far as I've been able to see. So I would not be surprised to see the Switch 2 handling this one pretty well, because the game is pretty efficient as far as that goes. Oh yeah. The Mass Effect trilogy is excellent. Switch 2 could definitely handle it, and I will say mouse and keyboard for that. Yeah, good. Yeah, that's a. Yeah, I can see the Switch 2 controls with basically mouse on one side and then Joy-Con on the other. I could see that working out really, really well for a Mass Effect. It's basically a third. I mean, it's a in part it's an action RPG, but it's also a pretty intense third person shooter. So the mouse and keyboard type of thing is really helpful, really good. That's one I absolutely don't use gamepad for, not at all. That's all mouse and keyboard.
True. I'm my lord's protector, and that's done better with a sword than a pig.
Fair enough, but if you brace someone on the napper with a pickaxe, they won't be moving either. But let's get to the point.
Aye, it's a damn serious matter.
The most serious. War mining tradition.
Uh-huh. That smells like more trouble.
You proved yourself to be one of us, Henry. And that's why I'm inviting you to our traditional shoot fest. And that's not all. As the gaffer of the St. Anthony mine, by the authority entrusted to me, I offer you the honour of ganning with us to consecrate the Pitman's Stang. Tell me, do you accept the offer?
What does that mean? I see. I've never gone for the Steam Deck thing. I basically have always been a. So I basically started off as a Nintendo gamer back in the '90s, late '90s when I was a kid, and then gradually when I got into like more like hardcore gaming, I just sort of graduated to. Well, I kept Nintendo games, including the more like the serious Nintendo games, but also picked up PC gaming. And between PC and Nintendo, you basically get everything that's worth playing. There are a couple of PlayStation exclusives still, but almost none. And most of them are either ported, at least ported eventually, or skippable. So yeah, PC and Nintendo really captures it. And if you really prefer the sort of handheld console thing, then yeah, the Steam Deck is tempting. But for me, I have the whole PC setup. So my PC will run pretty much whatever, at least at like medium graphics, if not top of the line. So I just do that. And I have a Switch 1. We just got a Switch 1 for Christmas, mostly for the kids, but you know I kick their butts in Super Smash Bros. Once in a while now. So there's that.
Unfortunately, I have no idea what this is about.
Winning, of course! The Poppin' G's right round the corner, and our pit always wins the competition, and...
Hold your water, Francie.
What
it's
does that
about
mean?
the consecration of the ceremonial St. Anthony Stang, and taking an oath before our patron saints.
We have to go around all the kirks and get them to bless war miners' standards. War champion Anton Caspar can see to that. But we have to protect him, so nothing happens along the way. So, are you coming?
Yeah, why not? Let's just
Well,
do this. Why not?
How could I turn down such an honor?
Grand. Glad to hear it. Tomorrow morning, Francie and our best marksman Anton will wait for you at the Church of John the Baptist on Hoprink. That's tomorrow now, and be there on time.
Here in the daytime? What are you looking for here?
What?
What do you want at this time of night?
I'm looking for this vagabond. Goes by the name of Goatskin.
I don't know him, but this is a miner's tavern. They'll know better than me. Or Wayman the innkeeper might know something.
Okay.
Take care, sir.
Greetings, Sonny.
I'm looking for a bloke called Goatskin.
Let's see.
Do you know him by any chance? I heard he hangs around here.
What do you want with him, Henry? That Raj bastard's no but trouble.
There's something I need him to tell me.
What could he possibly tell you? He's all blather, Sonny. Any road. He don't come to the Black Horse. We ain't no saints, literally. But we don't stoop to rubbing shoulders with the likes of him. And he ain't interested in us either.
Okay.
Any idea what places he goes to?
Hard to say. He hangs round this area. And the word is he's got some wench at the bathhouse in Rudder Quarter, round the corner from here.
Not corner, huh?
Do you know anything about his girl? Like, her name?
Nah. I just heard about her. It's raj as fuck. Goatskin, clarty as sin, and a sticky-fingered bugger with a bathhouse wench. Mind,
where's that
lassies
beer?
round here are the canniest. Mingin ones divn't work of the bats like.
Mingen, what?
That's all I need to know.
Look at a
Thanks.
stroke.
Good luck. But mind out for Goatskin. Watch your back, Henry.
All right.
It was good to see you. my
Sure,
friend.
let's go and do that. That's worth a try. It's the middle of the night. That's perfect time to go to the bathhouse. Pardon me.
What are you doing?
I'm not allowed in
prowling
here?
about here?
Sorry. Didn't realize. There's not a bathhouse. That's not the way to the bathhouse. Darn. This way then. Fine. What is bandit? Excuse me? Oh, like... There's bandits here. Interesting. I can tell because their nameplates say bandit. That's probably metagaming though. It's like how my players in D&D know that a random NPC is a bandit because well, first of all, they very often have the same bandit token on the board, but also because they tend to have Brooklyn accents, which I discovered too late is my bandit voice, I guess.
My respects.
Let's see.
What do you want?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Do I know him? That fucker is the bane of our lives. Why are you even looking for an idiot like him?
I'll go and sort things out with him. By hand.
So you should. And give him 1 or 2 for me too, the bastard.
Do you know where he might be?
How should I know? If I knew, I'd have told Adam long ago. He'd wring the bastard's neck in a trice. Last week alone, he robbed 3 of our customers. All German.
Interesting. Related though to the last guy's accent, I will get to Trump's foibles because I do want to talk about this. Foibles is such an understatement, but whatever. I do want to talk about this. But speaking of Scottish, there's been a fascinating story these last couple of days that has me mourning the loss of the UK once again, as if this is something new. To be fair, I've been on record publicly calling out the UK for its abject and disgusting tyranny for 7 years on this platform. Back when they had St. Alfie Evans murdered. That was I think 2018. Because of course it was. Anyway, but yeah, so this is just the next step in the absolute abject nonsense that is the UK. The disgusting tyranny that's going on over there. This time in Scotland, where I don't know if you saw this. There was this girl, I think 15, maybe 16. I think she was like 15 years old. Who she and her younger sister, who was 12, were being harassed and attempted assaulted by a bunch of Muslim migrants. And so at some point, she pulls out a knife and a hatchet and starts brandishing at them so that they'll back off. Because otherwise, I mean, let's be realistic. She and her little sister were probably about to be raped. Let's be realistic about what's going on here, right? And so she pulls out something to defend herself and to defend her little sister. But given that this is the UK, this is Scotland, in retaliation, the migrant pulls out his phone and records her brandishing a knife. And so she gets arrested and is last I heard, was charged and is currently out on bail. Because she's being charged with possession of a knife and possession and brandishing of a knife are the two things that I was seeing. For defending herself and her little sister from migrant rape gangs. Yeah, she's a hero in every sane person's eyes. Let's say that. And let's pray for her fair treatment and for a return to sanity for sort of our country's mother country, if we will. St. George, pray for your country. Let's say. But what are you going to do, right? It's the case where the problem, of course, is I think it's a very acute instance of what's called anarcho-tyranny, where laws are very selectively enforced so that certain people get targeted by law enforcement, while certain people don't. And it is a way of affecting a policy through existing law, but that existing law has to be overbearing, which is the case in most of the developed world, right? Even in the US. Well, we don't have like absurd knife laws like this. The US has enough laws on the books that you could, if you're clever as a prosecutor, you could in fact prosecute anyone, presumably probably with a felony. There's a good book from, I forget who wrote this. It was from 12 or 13 years ago at this point, called 3 Felonies a Day, which points out, and there's a lot of research to back this up, that your average American unknowingly commits 3 felonies every day. That's you, that's me, that's everybody else. Everybody is probably committing at least a felony or 2 a day, and some people are doing more to sort of balance out the average. And so obviously the question is, well, if the state, if any actor of the state wants to come after you, they have plenty of ammunition to do it. Imsint, yes. Hello, Imsint, by the way. It says there's a reason. There's plenty of felons in heaven and plenty of lawyers in hell. Well, look, I'm a felon. You're a felon. So is probably everybody watching this stream. At least in terms of, if by felon you mean having committed, having done something which is considered a felony under your relevant legal authority. Not necessarily convicted, but the only difference between convicted and not charged is realistically whether someone in the legal system has decided to target you or not. Jesus was a felon. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Well said. Yeah, that's an important distinction, right? Here, hold on. I have a meme for this. I'm just going to plop this on screen while I talk about this briefly. Not that. There it is. There. He should have obeyed the law, right? He was just one of those nasty troublemakers, wasn't he? Anyway. But yeah, the technique of anarcho-tyranny that we see in the case of this young girl who's charged for defending herself and her sister, is that clearly the migrants had criminal intent and were probably breaking the law, but they weren't charged, right, because they're of a protected class, and their actions are de facto, if not de dicto, certainly de facto legal. The same will go for a lot of things that we see in in the U.S. as well. That's something I've talked about in the past as well. Is riots and things like that. And I used the example of this on last Thursday when I was talking about comparative diminishments of punishment for criminal actions. Right. So if the state decides to just go crack skulls on one side of the political aisle for the same thing that they're going to do nothing about on the other side, then what we have is effectively political interference in, well, first of all, everyday people's lives, but second of all, in the sort of political process. It's targeting certain people at the expense, or sort of for the sake of others, I should say. Right. I mean, take for example, 2020. So many of my examples of tyranny go back to 2020, so you'll forgive me. But you had people who were protesting for against COVID mandates, and a lot of them were prosecuted and persecuted. Meanwhile, you had people protesting the George Floyd incident, and almost none of them were charged for anything, even when they were committing obvious and direct crimes. Right. So, point being is that when the state has this sort of enforcement discretion, which it always does, whether it does officially or not, it always does, agents of the state can decide how they're going to enact and enforce various laws. And when the state refuses to punish genuine assaults while choosing to punish you defending yourself against an assault, they're essentially taking the side of the criminal against the victim. The other great example of this that comes to mind is Kyle Rittenhouse, right? Well, I will say, praise be to God, he was acquitted, but he was absolutely prosecuted, and through that process, I would say he was persecuted by the law. And so what you get there is somebody who was very clearly simply defending himself. The people who were attacking him were not charged, partially because two of them are dead, and one of them was missing a bicep. But he wasn't charged. Note, the guy who survived, the guy, I don't remember his name, who cares? The wife beater guy who attacked him with a skateboard. Then was it the one who attacked him with a skateboard, or was it the one who pulled a pistol on him? Whatever, the guy with the missing bicep. He was never charged with assault, even though he very clearly assaulted Kyle with a deadly weapon. To my knowledge, he might have been. Was he afterwards? I don't think so, though. But I will add, certainly the other members of the mob who were chasing him were not arrested, charged, or convicted. Certainly not. They essentially had the protection of the state from Kyle defending himself. And so similarly, in the UK and Scotland right now, you have these migrant would-be rapists who have the defense of this, who have they have the state defending them against the 15-year-old girl who is trying to defend herself and her younger sister from them. This is one of the most perverse applications of tyrannical law that probably any of us have ever experienced. It's a fascinating case, and again, we can only hope and pray that this girl will be exonerated. But even if she is, this is still a show of force. It's a show of power, and it only can possibly embolden bad people doing bad things. Hell, even if she's exonerated, and even if she's given a medal, which she absolutely deserves, this can only embolden the worst people in the country. Let's get rid of you. Boop. I mean, Grace, I don't know Canadian law per se, but I would not be surprised if you have committed as you call it, a crown offense, or whatever. You probably have, probably by accident, probably without even knowing it, but you probably have. I'm sure there's something that if someone in power decided to screw you over, they could arrest you, charge you, and convict you for it. Probably. I'm almost certain I could be. I don't know what, but that's part of the point. Is that so much of modern Western legal codes are so dense and so obtuse that they're incomprehensible except to legal experts, and those legal experts are only experts over a tiny little segment of law. No one understands the law, which is utterly contrary to the purpose of law in the first place. Law is meant to be simple enough so that it can be understood by literally every member of the population. Everyone subject to it, I should say, because that limits itself to, whoever is subject to the law, rather than subject to someone subject to the law. Right. So if you have something like children, right, or the token example. Huckfin says punishing people for not masking up and meeting in groups. Yep. But the governor of California can have dinners unmasked. Of course. Well, yeah, of course. Look, I mean, he's not going to have himself arrested. This is the other thing too on that subject. This is something that Tom Woods pointed out brilliantly, I think, that when you see someone like that, when you see somebody like Gavin Newsom arresting people and putting forward all these laws for ostensibly for public safety, for the danger of COVID, and then completely flaunting them, ignoring them, it's wrong to call him a hypocrite. It's right to call him a liar. Tom Wood's example is that if you see someone saying that this field is full of landmines and then driving a truck through it, you don't think that they're a hypocrite. You think that they're lying about there being landmines, right? And so if Gavin Newsom is just eating at the French Laundry or whatever with no mask and in a crowd of people, or if your token leftist is participating in a BLM rally surrounded by a bunch of screaming people, not masked or whatever, then it's not that they're hypocritical. It's that they were lying about believing that COVID was a serious threat to them. That's all. It's all political opportunism. That's all. Huckfin asks who's behind the scenes pulling on the courts of law to do this. People who want power. I don't necessarily believe in a particular sinister cabal, really. At least not one with particular motives aside from self-aggrandizement. Now, if you want to think of it as a cabal of powerful people working together for their own power, sure, yeah, that almost goes without saying. Not quite, but almost goes without saying. But I don't think it's like the WEF doing the World Economic Forum doing nasty things to us so that we will be we'll hit carbon neutral or something like that. I don't actually think they have goals. I think their only goal is power. I think they were that incoherent. The people in charge, any people in charge. That's what it means to be in charge of a modern nation state, either behind the scenes or in front of or on the stage, whatever. You're in it for power. That's it. The governor of California belongs in federal prison. Yeah. I might disagree. I might think I might go further than that. Look, I generally take the most serious, let's say the Pope Francis position on capital punishment, with the exception of politicians. I think politicians can and should be executed a lot more than they are. And the reason for that is the exact same reasoning that Pope Francis puts forward. In modern society, we are capable of imprisoning and restraining criminals from being a further threat to society, and so still punishing them, still preventing them from doing harm. That does not apply to people with close connections to political power, because they cannot be stopped through those sorts of means. And so realistically, execution is the minimum required force to prevent people from prevent people like Gavin Newsom from wreaking havoc upon the world, upon innocent people. So I think that he should be lawfully, of course, but I think he should probably be lawfully executed. I'm not going to say necessarily. I mean, a trial would probably be useful here to find out for sure, but I'm absolutely open to the possibility that Gavin Newsom should be lawfully executed. Anyway, so I go a little bit further than you, Imsip. There you go. Now, that said, I think that reasoning applies to most governors. I think that reasoning applies to most of Congress. I think that reasoning applies to most of the executive branch. That being, the executive agencies and bureaucrats. I think a lot of them should probably be, again, lawfully executed. If you're not at least tempted by that view after the Epstein, whatever, after the pedophile cultist scandal, you need to re-examine. You need to re-examine what exactly it is that you think should be done to keep the world from spiraling into hell. Oh, no. So, Grace, I'm not talking about that sort of thing. So Grace says, okay, rather than things, so contrasting crown offenses with things like murder, hate crimes, which that's a category to talk about at some point, I suppose. Things that are against the Charter of Rights and Freedoms versus things like petty theft. Like, I stole a disposable camera as a child before I would have been ever been charged with a theft, wouldn't even been considered felonious in the States. Okay, fair enough. But I'm talking about things that are administrative crimes. Crimes which you don't, like, laws that you don't know about. Because no one knows about them, except for that one bureaucrat who really does and is going to tell the prosecutor that, hey, this is a crime that you can kill that guy with. Or this is a crime that you can arrest that girl for 10 years to life. Or whatever. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. These are minor little offenses that you don't even realize are illegal, and that's why you do them, right? If you knew they were illegal, there's a good chance you wouldn't do them, right? But you didn't know because you probably couldn't know. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about here. That's the kind of thing that the book is talking about. I'll see if I can find the book. I'll try and link it in the description, maybe put it in Discord. Huckfin said is it not the goal or motive to destroy national borders and install international law, get rid of national identity and control? I think that is one means that some people in power have chosen to accrue to themselves more power. I don't think it's the only means, and I don't think it's an end in itself for a lot of these people. Absolutely not. I think that some of them want to do that, but only because they think they will be in charge of the superstate. Or they will be at least in positions of power within the superstate. They think it is a way of getting more than just national power. They want supranational power. And so they're willing to dissolve national boundaries, install international law, broadly speaking, flatten society to spread their power. I think that's more what we're looking at. I don't think that they have particular reasons to prefer a world government. They don't think it'll be better. Right? They think that it's an opportunity to be more powerful, and that's it. That's the extent of their final causality. That's the extent of their goal setting. Where says because I was Grace, yeah, no, dark deadpan humor aside, being disabled and wanting fair access to appropriate assistance systems, yeah, that could do it. Yeah, being disabled and asking to be fairly represented, yeah, because maybe you did something wrong. Maybe you went about it the wrong way, legally speaking. Maybe you accidentally committed fraud by filling out a form incorrectly, and you can be, sentenced to several years in prison for it. That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about, that will probably be overlooked because there's no one actually out to get you. But the moment somebody is actually out to get you, they will find that. Because you probably did something like that. Like, seriously, this isn't to say that, being disabled and wanting fair access to appropriate assistance systems is a felony. But, or is even a crime. Because it's not, clearly. But it is the kind of thing that you could accidentally commit a dedicto crime in the process of doing. And if somebody wants to get you for it, they can damn well get you for it. That's precisely the kind of thing I'm talking about. Yeah. So yeah. And like I said, I've probably done something similar. Right? I've probably committed tax fraud. Not that I've done so intentionally, but I've probably done it. If I got audited by the IRS, I'd probably be in trouble. Not because I was committing tax, not because I was, like, by any sensible definition, actually committing fraud, but because I probably didn't pay very close attention when I was clicking buttons through TurboTax or whatever, right? These sorts of things happen. And that gets exploited very often. This is, by the way, why the IRS is usually the federal agency that takes down organized crime. It's because most of the crimes that they do on purpose, they can't get caught for. But the crimes they do by accident, they don't know to cover. And a lot of those are financial crimes. And they get fucked for it. This is the Al Capone problem, right? Al Capone got for tax evasion, which means he filled out a form wrong at some point, or not even he. One of his goons filled out a form wrong at some point, and he finally got taken down for it. That's what happens. Yeah. So Grace says government doesn't want disabled people represented and assisted correctly. If they did, I wouldn't have the issues I do. I think you're right there. That's probably true. That said, not to be that guy, but it could be worse. They could be doing what I'm talking about and just like weaponizing the law against you. But from what it sounds like from your situation, it sounds like they're just like employing weaponized incompetence and just dragging their feet so that hopefully you'll get bored or die before you get help, kind of thing. Which is still nasty and evil, but it's a different kind of nasty and evil, I suppose. Huck says, is not every government on the planet controlled by financial institutions instead of the people? The power always seems to rest in those that control these institutions, partially, I think. I think things are more complex than that, though. I think that might be an oversimplification. Especially because there's a perverse symbiotic relationship between financial institutions and state institutions. Like, okay, so think about the big banks, right? In the U.S. in particular. Let's just stick to the U.S. to simplify things further. Sure, a lot of these are supranational organizations, but looking at them in the U.S., they rely very heavily on the Fed and the U.S. Treasury to some degree, but primarily on the Fed. But the Fed also relies heavily on them. Relies on these financial institutions to actually do what the Fed expects them to implement monetary policy and to therefore extend that will further into the economy. And so it's a like I said, it's a kind of symbiotic relationship. There are really powerful people outside of government who achieve their power through the use of the state, and the state uses these private or pseudo-private organizations to implement its will. So I don't think that the people who are like really in charge are just the secretive bankers who really control the state. No. There are secretive bankers who have tremendous influence and use the power of the state for their own purposes. But there are also elected and unelected officials, bureaucrats, whatever, governors, what have you, who have a tremendous amount of power and use non-state actors through convincing, coercing, bribing, etc., to enact their will and the will of the state. Look at, for example, look at the tech censorship stuff that happened from like 2017 through 2023-ish. That half a decade, give or take. That was carried out by what are called governmentalities. These are organizations that are not owned by or operated by the state, but are heavily influenced by the state. And so they are private entities that state actors can rely upon to enforce the will of the regime. Mark Zuckerberg, for example, was dragged before the Senate repeatedly, was coerced, convinced, and cajoled into censoring on behalf of the regime, especially in 2020 and into 2021. That is not a private actor having power over the state. That is a private actor having power that can be employed for or against the state, and the state ensuring that it's employed for the state in a mutually beneficial way. That's what's going on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Grace. Like how the Federal Reserve Bank fucked up in 2008. Yeah. Yeah. Well, also, yeah, there were other fuck-ups in 2008. 2008 was a fucking nightmare for... Mostly a nightmare caused by the U.S. government and its various subsidiaries, including the Federal Reserve, which, yes, fine, but before anyone says it, is independent, is a private organization, but it also enacts government policy by decree, right? Its board and its chair are appointed by the president. Look, it's a governmentality if ever one existed. In any case, it also has the unilateral right to print dollars, to essentially to counterfeit. Okay, private organization, my ass. Anyway, speaking of governmentalities and the state wresting control of private organizations. Did you see this thing about the U.S. government and Trump in particular acquiring 10% of Intel, the computer company? Yeah. So the U.S. government now owns 10% of Intel, and the way Donald Trump described it, he basically just shook down the CEO. Like the CEO came in and was under threat of government sanction and therefore corporate penalties, basically being fired. And so Trump said, you know what you should do? You really should think about giving the U.S. government 10% of your company. And the guy says, yes, sir, right away, sir. I'll do that right away. Yep, that sounds like a great idea. I'm going to do that. Don't prosecute me, President Trump. And then he did. And then that's what happened. It's thug shit, to quote or paraphrase Clint Russell. That's it. Guy, the Liberty Lockdown guy. Yeah, no, that's just a shakedown. That is nothing but a shakedown. That is President Trump threatening the CEO of Intel and just getting an explicit free several $1 billion worth of stock for the U.S. government. That's unfathomably fucked. Yeah, it's again, this word gets thrown around too much, but it's fascism. It's a direct collusion between state actors and corporate actors, and it's state control over corporations for the mutual benefit of both, and typically at the expense of everybody else, the rest of society. So yeah, no, it's now, to be fair, this is not something new. This is something that had been done has been done for decades, but more subtly than this. This is just straight up gangster shit.
Why does he choose to rob Germans?
Back to robbing Germans.
A German merchant always has more coin in his purse than a Czech one. Haven't you noticed that?
That's racist.
Could you tell me where exactly he robbed the customers?
Hard to say. You know how it is. Drunk and merry gents who can hardly walk. But it usually happens somewhere near the Black Horse, and in those lanes there. The bastard stays clear of the main streets. For good reason.
Does make sense.
Have you got any German customers here now?
What do you think? No, because words got round. Except Udo. He couldn't care less, it seems.
No, but actually,
Udo
yes.
here now?
Of course. He's playing dice, like every evening. I don't know why he comes here of all places. All he cares about is drink and dice.
You know Goatskin's seeing one of your girls?
What? Nonsense. I mean, I wouldn't put anything past my girls.
No, but actually, yes.
But I can't believe they'd choose to hang out with a vagabond like that.
That's what I heard.
Everyone badmouths whores. You know what it's like. Nobody stands up for them. But if it's true, then as soon as I found out who, she'll be out on her arse.
Thanks. I'll be going.
You're welcome. And have a word with Adam if you really want to find your goat skin. He's the owner. I reckon he'd be keen to find him too.
Right.
I want to drink.
Hi, Udo.
Herzlich willkommen.
Greetings.
What? Wer bist du?
I'm Heinrich von Skalitz.
I'm Udo from Taubisch. Nein, Tauberhofs Heim. Scheiße. Aus Tauberbischofsheim.
Tauberbischofsheim.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Herr Udo.
Ebenfalls. Spielst du Würfel? Dice. You want to play?
I think it's about time you headed home, Goodman.
Pa. Home? So early? Warum?
Problem with your merchant's wagon. Let's go with that. Imsim says, why do you think people sometimes feel guilty when they get out of an unhealthy relationship? What keeps them coming back to a horrible situation? Is it simply tunnel vision? I'm no psychologist, so grain of salt. But it seems to me that it is a desire not to blame the person that they love. Right? Even if they're blameworthy. That's kind of the important part, right? So even if you are being abused, it's still at least sometimes, or perhaps even just one-sided, loving relationship. Part of that is wanting to see the other person in the best light possible. And if you leave, even if it's for a very good reason, part of your mind doesn't, maybe part of your passions, I should say, it doesn't want to see them as the villain. And so the only other person who could be is you. And so you start to sort of accuse yourself. Unjustly, once again. But that can lead to misplaced feelings of guilt. So I think that's part of an explanation, at least, or a lot of it. I think that's probably most of what's going on in a case like that.
You're a merchant, aren't you, Goodman?
Handler. Jawohl, I am.
I'm a merchant as well. They're looking for you where the merchants' wagons are parked. There seems to be a problem.
Ein Problem? What problem?
A fire.
Fire? Again? What have those idioten done this time?
I don't exactly look like a merchant.
But you should go take a look.
Whatever.
Ah, so. I will go then. Gott sei mit dir und einen guten Abend.
Follow the German.
Drunk.
Grace says, personally, the guilt is usually because they might have internalized guilt towards themselves because they may have spent a large chunk of life with the other person and ended up wasting their time. Maybe Imps have never seen a more English bohemian than Henry. Oh my gosh, I know that drinking song. I freaking love that drinking song. Or that, I guess, German toast. Oi, oi, oi.
Drunk.
He's just a little slow at it. Ooh, hold on, guys. This is very important. There's a snake outside. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I I go outside on the back porch, and Monica is out there with a flashlight by herself because Erica came in to grab me to let me know, because she was enthralled by this little thing. Not little thing, it was actually quite large. She's got a flashlight and she's looking under the like wire rack shelves in the back porch, and she looks up at me, "Daddy, look, a snake friend." Like, yes, it is. It's so big, snake friend. Yeah, it's a big snake friend. Anyway, it's a southern water snake. I think it's called a banded water snake technically. Gorgeous little snake. Not little. They're usually little. This is a big chunker. It's not that long actually. It's probably only about maybe 2 or 3 feet long. But like that big around. Big guy. Anyway, he sometimes visits our back porch. So I had to go check. I had to go see our snake friend. Snake friend. Anyway, back to perhaps more serious matters. Imsim says, could the abuser deflect and tell the abused that they are the reason why things are the way that they are, in a sense creating double standard? I mean, that's just gaslighting, right? And yes, I think so. That's probably common. Yep. That is that German drinking song that I like so much. It's a good one. Prost. Grace says, if it's abuse, it's because the abusers conditioned them to feel the abuse is normal and comfortable, when in reality it's not. In other situations, though, it's mostly down to the person, the person involved. Per it being just tunnel vision, I think in some cases Okay. In some cases, that's probably correct, but in most, it's a hypersimplification of the situation. That is probably true. Once again, I think that it can be a kind of tunnel vision, but I think you're right that it's not always or usually. I do think that there's probably going to be more to it than that.
Good boy.
There is probably going to be more to it than that.
Hand over the geld and I won't, you know, hurt you.
Hey there, buddy.
What's going on here?
He wanted to rob me.
I can see that. I think you should go, Herr Udo.
Yeah. Danke.
This is some mix-up. I wasn't going to rob him, honest.
You came
If
at
I'm
him
not
with an
mistaken,
axe.
You're goatskin.
Yeah, that's me, What do you want?
I have a couple of questions for you.
Look, I didn't. I never told nobody. Nobody. I swear. I'll even swear to Samuel and his God if he wants.
Is he working with Jews?
Who the hell is Samuel?
You weren't sent by Sam.
I wouldn't be asking you if I was, would I?
You know, like, I promise not to talk about it no more. They'll kill me otherwise.
I get that, but do you think they'll just forget about it? How long do you intend to hide?
Until I have enough. You know, glint to take off.
Well, I could help you with that. I know a lot of people. Getting you out of town won't be a problem. If you help me, I'll help you.
That sounds, you know, promising. But I still need coin. I can't just pack up and take off.
Coin shouldn't be a problem. How much do you want so you can disappear in peace?
Not much. A few score groschen.
Few score.
That won't be a problem for a well-heeled fella like yourself.
Fine, whatever.
You are. But you're going to talk, right?
Why not?
Right. Well, I like talking, you know, like... What is it you want to know?
I like
I heard you were
talking.
spying for some nobleman.
I like talking.
Is that true?
I was doing nothing, but, you know, like, I was spying for 2 weeks.
Who is Samuel?
Who is this Samuel you're so afraid of?
He just hired me. He's one of them lot. You know, them Jews, innit? He was nice to me till I started blabbering.
Do you know where I could find this Samuel?
Go to that, you know, synagogue. He hangs around it in front of it, and people, like, brings him news of what's on the grapevine, you know. And evenings he sits around at the King Solomon. It's like a, you know, a Jewish tavern. But watch out. They ain't too welcoming towards our people there.
Okay. What about Liechtenstein?
Have you ever heard the name Liechtenstein?
I don't know him, but I heard Samuel telling his people, like them Jews, I mean, about this, what's his name?
Like them Jews, I mean.
Liechtenstein.
What exactly did he say? Did he speak about him in a good way or a bad way?
I don't know. I just remembered a funny name. I don't pay much heed to things that what don't concern me.
Okay.
What is it you did as a spy?
Mostly I was standing guard in front of that palace, you know, like Rutard's place. I was watching for who was going in and out, see? You know, who, with who, where, when, and that.
And what went on there?
Well, people was coming and going, all sorts of nobles, and I'd tell Samuel what colours they was carrying, see? I was good at that. I remember pictures good, you know?
Okay.
I reckon I know what I need to know. Now clear off, since I've filled your purse for you.
Of course. I'm going.
Now, stop hitting people. Please stop attacking.
I'd like to learn something.
There's no time for it now.
Okay, fine. Never mind. Okay. Now, talk to Samuel. Let's go talk to Samuel. So I will say, the 15th century is a little bit outside my area of historical expertise. So I don't actually know too much about the status and would you say the habits of the Jews in this period, especially in this region of Europe, in Eastern Europe. My guess is they are relatively insular, but that I know that wasn't always the case. So I'm actually kind of curious. To see how this is portrayed. Because I know that that throughout most of the medieval period, the Jews, at least in Europe, they weren't part of.
I'm sorry.
They weren't really part of society per se, right? And so they had to kind of, I don't know, fend for themselves to some extent, obviously, but then also they kind of had to make their own. It's hard to say something. It's hard to discuss this without it sounding negative, right? But they had to essentially form their own microcosms, like social microcosms. What is this secret prayer? Could sneak in here. Is it here? I'm curious about this secret prayer room. Very curious. No, it's not. It's in this barn. What's up there? Let's see. A barn, I guess. Is it a barn? Whatever it is. It's in here. See. I'm very curious about this one. Especially it being a secret prayer room that is, oh yeah, here we go. It's directly across from a Jewish tavern. Did I murder the snake? No, of course not. It's a snake friend. Didn't you hear me? Didn't you hear me talk about that?
Here to pray. It reminds me of the Valdensians.
Valdensians. Heretics. I mean, they have a rosary at least, so there's hope for them, but a lot of this does seem sketchy. Yeah, Peter Waldo. Yeah, that's Waldensian, all right. Oh, okay, no, you just heard Erica call. Okay, no. Oh, it's a skill book. Interesting. Okay. Listen, brothers and sisters, to what Peter Waldo taught us when he gave up his possessions to follow the teachings of Christ. No, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do this somewhere other than right here. Doing this right here would be a bad idea. They are heretics, though, so I'm going to steal their chalice. Prevent them from doing their profane ceremonies, how about that? Or help prevent them. Yeah, it was a, as Erica says, it was a full-grown fat boy water snake. I had to come see it. Absolutely. Monica was outside looking at it. Yes, that's Snake Friend. Daddy, Snake Friend. Big Snake Friend. And she's absolutely right. It was Big Snake Friend. Big Snake Friend. Big Snake Friend. Good Snake Friend. Did we give it head pats? Erica told me not to because I had a stream to get back to and did not have time to treat a snake bite. So, it's probably wise, really, unfortunately. Now, I don't know whether it would have actually bitten me, but likely would have at least tried, given a little snappy. And, you know, she's probably right that that would have not been the best use of my time. Oh, I know they're not venomous, but like, even if it's not venomous and it bites my finger, I'm going to be, you know, bleeding, and I'm going to be having trouble with a controller. So, you know how it goes. I know my way around snakes just fine. Don't you worry. But I know my way around snakes perfectly well. Now, I will say, water snakes are not nearly as bitey as black racers, and we have those here too. They live in our backyard too. We get the doggo. We do not have a doggo. We have 2 cats who were staring intently at the snake friend. Oh, in Pennsylvania you have garter snakes every 5 feet. Yeah, we have some garter snakes. We have some garter snakes here and there. How do I get into this place? Hey. Do I have to go around the other way or something? What's going on here? This can't be right, is it? Oh, the in-game doggo. Oh, yes, I can, in fact, pet the in-game doggo. Give me a moment. Do that. I'm sorry, what? Why am I on the parapets? Okay, let's not do that. Okay, so I could just break in. I could just break and enter into the Jewish tavern. But maybe not. Yeah, no, this is clearly not Assassin's Creed. I did not jump into a hay bale or anything like that. Oh, dang it. No, there isn't another door. I do just have to either wait till morning or break in. What in the world? This is absurd. Well, whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and just let the doggo.
Mutt!
There he is. Can I? Yeah, there you go.
My doggy, eh?
Good doggy. Let me just break and enter real quick. I'm trespassing? Yeah, who cares? Anything worth taking? No. Oh, he has lockpicks, huh? What? $1.7 groschen. Well, I have his keys. That's fine. That's useful. Psyker. Okay, fine. What happens if I just talk to Samuel here? Well, I'm going to close the door in case this escalates. course there's a bagel. And Jewish bread. And a lot of money. And badges. Okay. Alright, hold on. Actually, wait, hold on. Just do it over here. Imsip, this is a good question. The pagan church has asked me to give a priesthood blessing. I feel somewhat weird about this. Should I turn it into a simply prayer? That's still deceitful, since I'm praying to the triune God. Well, they think I'm praying to their exalted man God. I'm not sure. Because I'm not sure exactly what this would entail. I'm gonna save. Now I'm gonna talk to him.
You won't freeze inside the chimney.
Okay.
Lass mich, Mame. Lass mich.
What? Okay, never mind. I have to come back in the morning, I guess? I don't know. I think I can get down there. Oh, alerting people who are awake. So now let's get back out of here, huh? Oh. Dog. Okay. Interesting. I'm no longer trespassing. I wasn't just snooping, don't worry. Hey. Hey, ma'am. Can I chat? No? Okay, I guess not. Alright. Imsim says it's like anointing the sick. I pour falsely consecrated olive oil on someone's head and declare by my priesthood authority, I seal this blessing upon them and make up words and pass them off as a revelation from God. Sort of like you're a conduit. I think it's wrong to impersonate someone who hears God like some of the prophets and saints. Yeah, I would say that I don't think that you can... I don't think you can justly do something like that. No, I don't think so. More scholarship. Art of the Schwert. Already read this. Really? Let's see. Most of them sound the same and are generic. I could say, Vincent, you are known to your heavenly Father by name, and he will drive out the illness from your body, and he wants you to know that he loves you and longs to see you, etc., etc. Most of them sound the same and are generic. Yeah, I mean, it is still... I would say that it's still intrinsically deceptive, and... I have to think sacrilegious. I have to think there's sacrilege involved.
Who's that?
Oh. Sorry.
Can I help you?
Seucher.
I'm at your service, sir.
Seucher. Ah, okay. Can I come in? May I come in, please? I need to talk to Samuel. Yeah, I would try and get out of it if you can, really. That does not seem like... that does not seem in any way wholesome to the soul, certainly. Psst.
You can't be here.
Huh? Can I talk to Samuel?
Get going!
Okay.
Right now!
I'm leaving. Why can't I talk to Samuel? I'll just
You
wait for
see,
Samuel to come out.
it didn't even hurt.
Either Moses? Shinkache? Gibson says, I don't think it'll be long before the position I hold in a sub-council is dissolved when our leader moves up, and I'll simply disappear, resign my membership quietly, and begin to be full-time Catholic again.
What's that?
I'll say I don't envy your position.
Sorry.
It is assuredly difficult to have gotten into
Come here.
Such a situation like this, you know.
Come here, boys.
Where backing on, just leaving, just backing out would be
Get out of here,
socially extremely difficult, you know. Even though, I mean, ultimately it is the thing that you need to do. I don't think you'd even really deny that, but yeah, it's tough. It's a really tough situation you find yourself in. All right, I'm being too kind to you. A tough situation that you've placed yourself in. Because yeah, you did. I think it's fair to say, and I don't even know if you would really even dispute this, that you did ultimately place yourself in this situation, but perhaps without knowing what you were getting into. You know. Hey there, Slicker.
I suppose it was nothing.
Yeah, it was nothing. It was just me. Don't worry about it. Just gonna walk in again. See what happens. Oh, I'm not trespassing anymore. Now I am.
What are you doing here again?
Sorry, wrong spot. I went the wrong way. Okay, sorry. You upstairs. Hey, Samuel. There you are.
Well, are you going? Away with
Oh, you had a question you've had all week. All right, go for it. Go for it. Oh, there was another thing I wanted to talk about, too. The other incredibly stupid thing that Trump was doing. That being the executive order that I think just went into effect today, or it was signed today and into effect tomorrow or something like that, of flag burning. Basically, he's attempting to outlaw flag burning the U.S. flag, which is a direct affront to the First Amendment, first of all. But it's also worth noting that he's doing it, either he or I guess his executive agencies are doing it in a rather clever way. Right? That it's not like he's going straight up and saying, well, anyone who burns an American flag will be prosecuted for doing so. Rather, he's directing law enforcement to prosecute anyone as harshly as possible if they burn the American flag. And this goes along with the anarcho-tyranny thing that I was talking about earlier. He's basically just, as you say, slowly chipping away at the Bill of Rights, but through existing laws. He's using existing, fire codes and public ordinances and things like that to and applying those laws specifically to people doing something that he doesn't like.
Well, are you going? Away with
That's what's going on, which is, once again, another little aspect of right-wing tyranny. This is the kind of BoomerCon stuff that I thought I was very foolish to think this, but I thought we weren't going to get with Donald Trump. But here we go. We do, because of course he's boisterous and he's going to do everything America raw kind of bullshit. So of course he is.
Away with you.
Imsim says, I don't think anyone should ever wave a North Korean flag. But if but if someone does it and isn't hurting anyone, then it's a right as an American to do so. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think anyone should fly a Nazi flag or a communist flag, but I've seen people do it. More the latter than the former. But no, Yeah, no, it's why is this guy shooing me off? Just go away. I'm talking to your boss. Yeah, regardless of whether someone should do it, it is categorically unjust to punish someone for burning the flag, or again, so long as they're not damaging somebody else's property or what have you. Fine, whatever. But just for burning the flag, that's completely ridiculous. In fact, I think that that some flag burning is probably warranted in protest of this sort of thing, to send a message that what the federal government here is doing is, first of all, the Bill of Rights, and then second of all, what that flag stands for. Imsum says, if a rich man sells all their riches and give to the poor to get into heaven, believing they will see those riches again plus some, is it still greed? If they perceive it as temporary investing. Oh, burn a MAGA flag. It isn't illegal. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. The problem is that most MAGA flags I have seen are not cloth. They're that polyester kind of material that if you burn that stuff, it is noxious. You do not want to burn that. So maybe don't. Maybe don't. Or at least very well ventilated area. Be careful. Anyway, yeah, I think that by default that is greed, but it's better than not doing it. First of all, it's better than not doing it. And then also, it is the kind of action, even though it is probably out of a vice, it is the kind of action that God can sort of worm his way into your crusty, greedy heart, and can try and sort of can use to fix you, to grant you virtue, the virtue that you didn't have when you set out to do it. God can turn it efficacious.
God be with you.
Sholem, are you lost? Or what would a goy want here?
Away with you.
What do you think goy means?
It means you do not belong here.
It means nation in Hebrew. So you're just as much a goy as I am.
Good one. A goy lecturing a Jew on Hebrew.
Got him.
All right. But I suggest you do not repeat it around these parts. Not everyone is as tolerant as I. So, what do you want?
I'm looking for someone called Samuel.
What do you want with him?
Is that you?
There are many Samuels here. And if I'm not good enough for you, I'm afraid nobody else will talk to you.
All right. I'm looking for John of Liechtenstein. I heard you, or this Samuel, might know something about
Yes,
it.
Jesus sent his
I'm
disciples
sure
to preach
Samuel
to the goys.
knows
Yes,
a lot.
yes, he did.
But I do not see why he should tell you.
And they converted a lot of them. Yeah, Imsim says, will that rich man see his riches again in heaven? Will he have every Rolex and Rolls Royce again? No. No, of course not. Not exactly. Not per se. First of all, heaven, remember, is disembodied, so that's point number one. But if you're talking about the new creation, the resurrection, then also still no, because we will have no need for riches and wealth. So still no.
It isn't just anyone looking for Liechtenstein. It'd be better for Samuel to say what he knows, if he doesn't want any unnecessary trouble.
I do not care who sent you. You will not impress me like that. We play by my rules here.
So how can I impress you?
Impressions are worth nothing. I'm only of interest to you Goyim when you need something. To you, I'm just a dirty Jew.
All right. What do you suggest?
An exchange. Something in return.
Stop
I have
being
this
so
one
Jewy.
problem none of my people can fix.
Are you going? Away with you. Get going right now.
Philip says, it seems to me that rewards are promised for good behavior all throughout the New Testament. They won't get the same riches back, but they will get rewarded many times what they gave up. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Yes, that's a good nuance to it. But it's not in terms of riches in the same way. Not in the same way. In a far greater, far more profound sense. There should have been a text option that echoes St. Paul. One is a Jew who received circumcision of the heart. I don't think it would be helpful to get into an apologetic theological discussion in such a circumstance when there are two Jewy guards screaming at me to get out behind me. Yes, like Philip said, our reward isn't material riches, though. Reward is to be filled with the love of God. And our stretching ourselves in this life allows us to have a bigger vessel to fill in the next life. Well said. Well said.
You probably know that my people face outbreaks of hatred from time to time. A house is plundered, people beaten up, sometimes murdered.
I did just plunder your house,
started by
so
some
go on.
scum spreading rumors that we eat Christian babies or poison wells. They always find some excuse.
Away with you.
Well, those are usually debtors who don't want to repay their loans.
That is what I used to think as well. It would make sense at least. But it is not that straightforward. There are those who do it just out of spite. And because they can get away with it. We are not Christians. We're not even people to them. But enough of that. I have heard that such people are meeting in an old abandoned house by the wall in the mining district. I need someone to get among them, find out what they are planning, and warn us in good time.
All right, I'll do it. And then you'll tell me all about Liechtenstein.
Agreed. They usually meet at the start of the day.
At the start of the day according to my calendar or yours?
I see you're in the know. At the start of my day, so when the first 3 stars come out.
Right, so they meet after sunset. The
I see.
miners' district, an abandoned house with a small yard by the ramparts.
That's right. I reckon you can still catch up with them there today. If you get them to let you join them. Try and find out what they're planning, and then come and see me. And you'll have fulfilled your side of the deal.
I mean, this is reasonable.
You can't just stroll in here. I hope his head's rod and fall off. The fucking thief.
This is actually pretty reasonable. People are planning a crime. We're gonna tell the potential victim so he can hopefully avoid it. I hope. Yes, as Simon and Trent would say. Yep. Tell him, Samuel. Samuel, you worship the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and that Adonai wants him to be baptized. Stop, proto-Nazis. Stop. God, stop. Everything's not about Nazis. Link in the description. Not everyone's a Nazi.
You'll keep your end of the deal, I hope.
Don't worry.
15th century
I
crystal
keep my
left.
promises.
Well, going? Away with you.
Yeah, I'm leaving. They are called anti-Semites, though. There's that. I don't know if that term applies appropriately, but whatever.
Did you hear?
Everyone on Instagram is. Well, yeah, whatever. Infiltrate the anti-Semites meet. Oh, this is a main quest. Jeez, okay. Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta do this, like, now.
What the bailiff is planning? No, I don't care.
I gotta do this right now. This is the morning. Uh-oh. Oh, dead end. Nope, dead end. Very dead end. Shoot. Yeah, not everyone is a Nazi, just people who aren't on board with the current agenda of the Democratic Party. Yeah, that's kind of what that means, isn't it? Hello. Oh, good. We're through.
Coughing his lungs up in the yard again today.
Shoot. Get through here. There we go. If I go out here, yeah, I can head down this way. It'll be inconvenient though. No, I'll go through the inside the city.
We're open! Fresh goods!
Hope I'm going to make it. Yeah.
Good to see you.
Sorry, Master Guard, I'm in a bit of a hurry. I apologize. Oh, beautiful church. Right, let's do this.
Greetings. I see you have the striped Tony's stang. Do you happen to know where Franzi is?
God be with you, kidder. Of course I know. He's over there.
And I see, Anton, you've already had the stang blessed, eh?
That's right. We're done here.
That's right.
You didn't even wait for me.
Don't worry. You're not missing out. We still have a long way and 2 more churches to go.
Ah, got it. A nice walk through town, eh?
Aye, you could say so.
You must be the champion marksman, Anton Kaspar, right?
They know something I don't.
I am. And I swear as long as I'm shooting, the striped
They
Tonys
know
will
something
never
I don't.
lose their competition.
Where is this at? This
Are you really
specifically
that
is in
good?
Kuttenberg.
Well, this year is just my 2nd competition. But I won last year.
Old Lazar used to be our top marksman.
This,
but
I
his eyes
believe, the
gave out.
very early 15th... Or wait, no. Late 15th century. Late 15th century Kuttenberg. Or Bohemia generally. So Czech, modern Czech Republic. Yeah, I think very late 15th century, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, sorry. Early 15th century? Thank you, Huck Finn. 1403. I was thinking, okay, there you go. 1403. Thank you. Prior to the Hussite Wars, there you go. Oh, no, Kuttenberg. Kuttenberg, not Gutenberg. That's in Germany. Kuttenberg, the game starts near Talmberg, which is relatively nearby. Henry is from Skalitz, which is actually like still there. Is still a modern like town. All these places, it's actually quite fascinating. The level of detail they go into in terms of the design of all these places. They're very much either just one-for-one copies of as best they can determine what these places looked like in 1403, or at least as best they can do in terms of imitating what they must have looked like based on what the places are today, based on modern topography, geography, location, landmarks, and things. Very cool. It's very, very well done. It's excellent as a sort of historical snapshot of the, I guess, early 15th century, which, like I've said before, is kind of outside my area of historical expertise. I have said this before, half jokingly, that my knowledge of history has a gap starting in around 1277. So I really focus on the 13th century and earlier, historically speaking. Wait, Huck Finn says Skalitz never got rebuilt. The ruins are still there. However, Talmberg and Pribyslavitz are still there. I know Talmberg and Pribyslavitz are, but I swear I've seen like pictures of modern Skalitz, like the actual village of Skalitz. Maybe I'm thinking of somewhere else. Maybe I'm thinking of something else I've seen, but I could have sworn that there is a modern village of Skalitz.
What if we run into those saints who stole your stang last time?
Luckily, their churches are on the other side of the tomb.
That may be, but their tavern's on the way, so watch your step, Maras.
Philip, I don't know if you're kidding or not. I assume you are. But I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that didn't happen, but I don't know. I'm also assuming there are plenty of people who believe that there is a chronovisor in the Vatican secret archives that they were using. You know?
Where exactly are we going, friends?
We're going to 3 miners' churches, and the priests there will bless our stang.
It's our local Yaka tradition, before every shooting competition.
Interesting custom. We don't have anything like that back home.
Why, aye. Interesting, and sometimes a wee bit wild. We have to watch out for
I
the
am not familiar with the chronovisor.
Let's go, Maris. We can crack on the way. First, we'll go to the upper church of the Virgin Mary, and then to the church of St. George.
Is this is this the rumor about
Otherwise, we're out of luck.
Time travel in the Vatican secret archives?
What if they actually queue at the course down in the bottom road?
We got an opening, our read, but the windlass broke loose, so the carpenters have to make a new one.
It'll be a week before we can get queuing again. To hell with the pit. Better to
Totally
hear some
fake. The
crap
story's
from
wild.
you
Yeah,
and
I mean,
me.
I figured. But...
So, tell us, Mara, where are we going with that stang of yours?
You're cracking there like one of us, man. You'll be joining us in the pit soon, eh?
Need pit for him. He's like to break his arm with a kevil.
Aye, or ding his head on the rock, eh?
I don't understand you much, but as far as dangerous work goes, I reckon you two are experts, eh?
That's what this is all about, but every year
Interesting.
before
A
the
priest
shoot
claimed
fest,
to have
all
invented
the pit
goggles that
crews
allow
get
him
their
to see
stands
moments in
blessed
history.
the
Fascinating.
churches, so the mound gives us silver and nothing bad happens.
And also for the shooting to go
Yeah,
well.
Talmberg Castle is still standing but gutted.
I wonder who the
They're
Lord
rebuilding
favours in
Perkstein and
shooting,
Rate.
eh?
Oh, cool.
Why, aye. That's
Really?
as plain as day, but the best shot, of course.
Are you a good shot, Anton?
Do you think Vlad would let him compete if he wasn't?
And what if Preng wins?
Read the papers, unfortunately.
You have to be
being
completely
shared ended up
blind
being
and
proven to have
crippled
been
too.
taken from icons,
He'll
of course.
be weeping his way home
Naturally.
like last year. And I'm not afraid of Gaffer Henslin from Gang. He
I
may
know
how
that,
to shoot, but he's not the youngest and he lacks speed.
I don't know.
Shoot, what's it called?
Is he good?
Aye, he's not a bad bloke, but we didn't gang near gang much.
Hold your water, Franzi. He's the one who convinced
What's
my pa
the
about
Maiden
new
and Crone?
scene.
The castle.
The catches. Henslin was right about
Trotsky.
that.
Trotsky
About
Castle
what?
is
Never
in
mind.
ruins, but
We
is
shouldn't
still
be
like
talking shop here.
the geographical feature that it's on is still there, which is really cool.
Tell me more about your competition.
Spectacularly cool.
What makes
Gorgeous.
it so special?
What makes it so special? Why, we have the Royal Seal of Approval.
No.
Wait,
Why do
you mean
Radtrads
Wenceslas
believe
himself
this?
allowed you to compete here?
Of course he did. What's so strange
Philip,
about
no,
that?
don't tell me there are
Just seems
Radtrads who
odd to
actually
me
buy
that
this
the king
crap.
would concern
No.
himself with the amusement of some miners.
It's not like that at all, but the Charter grants us various rights and feasts.
My humble respects.
Feast days is one of... Yep, no.
And here we are, fellas. But where's that priest gone?
It's been quite a walk so far, eh?
Aye. And I was afraid the saints
Trotsky has a
would be
bar
lying in wait
located by the
for us.
main gate to the castle.
Hey,
Oh,
bother.
cool.
They've probably got other problems.
I knew there was like a
How do you
visitor
mean?
center down below.
Nothing. Just that you don't need to bother your head. And where's that local priest got to?
Who knows? Maybe still in bed, eh? Should we wait?
Maras, I've got an idea. A reet canny one. We have a bit of time, so we could get the saints back for pinching our stang and play a wee prank on them at their tavern.
Oh, no.
I thought consecrating the stang was a serious matter. At least Vlach seemed solemn enough yesterday.
How we, man? We'll show the saints we're no feared of them. Vlad doesn't even have to find out.
Wouldn't have feared.
I'm for it. The tavern is right around the corner, and there won't be many people there right now. But above all, Francie, no stealing.
Of course, we won't pinch nothing. On the contrary, we'll give them a wee gift for their tavern. Yesterday, I took 6's braes, and I'll tell you, man, they're reet minging.
Aha! So it's not your feet that stink here.
Why did you take them, Buds?
Why, aye. Best thing would be to hang them from the window of the Saints' tavern instead of their banner.
Okay, that wouldn't be
That'll
funny.
be a laugh. They'll know we've been there and yanked their pizzles good and proper. What do you think, Henry?
Yeah,
Can you
their
manage that?
pizzle's good and proper. Go for
Why
it.
don't you go there yourselves? Are you afraid?
Not at all. But I have to wait here for the priest.
Oh yeah. I've been seeing some of Luke Dale's live streams.
I know all the yakkers from the
He's great.
streets. So it'll
That's
be better
Hans
if
Capon's,
I watch the door outside
voice
and give
actor.
you a whistle if need be.
And face model too, but this is so stupid. Why don't they just do it? I don't know. I guess I'll do it. Tom McKay has been doing his own. I haven't seen his. I've only seen him on live streams with Luke Dale.
Fine, I'll do it. So you see I'm not a stick in the mud.
Why, aye. Quick and careful then, so they don't get seen. The saints would soon get wind of it.
Here's the breeze. Hang 'em high up on the stub.
Stop.
Hang 'em high up on the
The
stub.
pole with the pulley sticking from the loft into the street.
Good luck then. When it's done, I'll meet you across the street from the tavern.
Okay. He did a live stream with the voice actor for Sir Radzig, walking the locations in Gutenberg. Yes, I saw that. That was really cool. That was very, very cool.
Greetings, you friend.
Oh, I guess I'll just follow him. That works.
That won't work on me.
Why are they fighting?
Shame! Shame on you!
What's it to be, you red hankering for her?
I'm not going to humiliate myself a second time. What is it you want from her anyway? If it's money, then...
What's that noise?
Shoot.
Huh? What was that sound?
This isn't good. Wait, really? The voice actor for Sir Radzig does historical tours as a tour guide. That's very cool. How do I go further up? Should have shut that door. Oh, no, this didn't help at all. Okay, never mind.
Close that door.
Uh-oh. I better hurry.
Damn it. I'll have a look to see if I've been robbed.
Don't worry, you have not been robbed.
This window with the beam. This'll do.
This is so stupid.
What a sight. Sixer's stinky braes hanging proud. Can't be overlooked.
Ow. Go back to my nice armor, obviously. Wait, what? Thought he was waiting by the church.
And the man's know what a wee bit of lime on the wall can do, eh?
All right.
So I'm back from the tavern, mates.
Morris, man.
Seems they're aware of your presence, so you're likely to get in a fight.
And how'd it
They
go,
do,
eh?
okay, so the AI is actually pretty good. They do start searching, right? And they were in fact searching for me. And if they had found me, they probably would have actually called for guards.
I can already see a swarm of flies.
I didn't expect it to go
And
so
the
smoothly.
mistake was I left the door
Give it
open.
a rest.
I should not have left the door
You didn't
open.
have
They
to
watch
get
for
up
that
there.
sort of thing. Like
It
the
wasn't
NPCs will
easy.
see anything out of
Sure,
place
a
like
canny
that.
job, kidder.
It's just that they
How
hadn't
bonny
gone
they
up
look
the
hanging
ladder
there.
yet. I managed to get out before they got there.
Of course, but we'd better get out of here, eh?
I got a bit droopy somehow. How about stopping at our tavern in Hradek?
Aye, couldn't hurt to go for an ale. What
No,
do you
let's
say,
do
Henry?
the... Let's finish
Shouldn't we
rounds first.
first finish the rounds and bless the stand?
Nearby that, it's along the way. Besides, we'd better get off the street for a while.
That's true. The saints wouldn't dare come into our tavern. Let's go, lads.
It's especially the case at night, I will say.
Christ, I'm droopy as fuck.
Aye, I can't wait. Can it go wrong with a beer?
Shouldn't we finish the procession first?
Come on. The Kirk and Father Tobias can wait. We have time, and War Tavern's right on the way.
It's right in the Wii. Great.
Hey, good people! Now you'll learn that the church is rotten. Hear what Master Jan
I'm sorry.
Hulse from. Go and do something
Okay, so
useful.
could you have killed the body? Could you have killed them and hid the bodies instead of letting them call the guards? Or it's not that kind of game. That might have failed the mission. In which case, by the way,
Fucking stripies.
let me say something really quick about this. As far as I can think of, had I done that, it probably would have failed the mission, and it would not have reset it for me. It would have just failed it on the quest log. That's how this game works. If you want to restart a mission, you have to reload a previous save, and the saves are either save and quit, when you sleep, or if you take a savior schnapps as a saving item. So it is pretty touchy about that sort of thing on purpose. Now that said, it's you can do that sort of thing sometimes. You can just, kill people who are near you and hide the bodies. But if you have any witnesses at all, you will then you will be suspected for all of the crimes that happen nearby. So, even if no one sees you kill everybody, if someone sees you, if somebody saw you sneaking around and then find a bunch of bodies, you will get a bounty for it. The NPCs can do 2+2. So, by the way, this is not a main quest. This is a major side quest in a series of several. So if you do screw this one up, you can't do the later ones. But it is a series of side quests. I don't think there are lost conditions like that for the main story quests. I don't think so. Or at least there are ways around it. There are workarounds. It's honestly, the quest design is quite good so far. I haven't run into any of those hard roadblocks. Yeah, far better than Skyrim's quests, I will say, certainly. Probably better than Baldur's Gate 3 as well. I ran into that problem, or Erica ran into that problem more than I did, but there are those sorts of those roadblock problems that if you don't do something right at one point in a quest, it stops your progress in really weird ways. In Baldur's Gate, which irritated Erica basically to
Come on, you traitors!
back off the game.
Your god to I heaven and pop you like a cork, you cowards!
You're winching up shit. Go and kick at the prank we played at your inn.
Here we go.
What? Aye, we decorated it real canny for you.
Got you swine.
I mean, it better be better than Skyrim's AI. Skyrim came out like 15 years ago or something, right?
Cocks.
Or not quite. 2011.
How
Came
about
out,
that,
13 years
you're
before
gonna
this
get
game. Jeez, come on, really?
You'll be fucking sorry! Nice strike! We're gonna get you, you horse! Let's have it! Take that fucker out, damn it!
Oh!
No other choice.
Any last words before I finish you?
You won't be able to take another one like that. Nice! Show your stuff!
Dude!
You're done.
You're gonna kill him with that thing.
Slice him up!
What's the matter? Shit yourself?
You won't get me!
Ow, jeez.
There's no escape! You can't stand up to this! You're done for!
Stop feeding him!
Oh, Jesus, really?
Guards, quickly! I saw a brawl! Someone should break it up!
Punishment by the blade! My favorite!
I surrender!
Whoa, whoa!
Enough!
You fucking murderer!
Murderer?
Your days of doing evil are at an end! You won't worm your way out of it!
Come now. I hope you don't think I'm some kind of street brawler. Me, of all people. Such behaviour is beneath me.
Oh, I apologize, my lord. I must have made a mistake. Let's just forget about this. Sucker! I need a bandage, quick! There. That's better.
Hey, Kaspar.
I'm back. What about that procession of ours, friends?
What do you think? You blow us off, so now leave me alone.
Oh, man, come on.
I got held up.
It doesn't matter now. Come in the morning to watch the shooting competition. Foreman Vlack invited you. You shouldn't disappoint him.
Well, shoot. Pun intended. Unconscious.
It has to be me standing over the body. What
Dead.
a fucking day.
Okay, well, Franzi's dead. Sheep Eyes is dead.
Oh, it's starting to stink. Good
Great.
doggy. Good boy.
Don't just stand there staring.
Another sense.
Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that is true, Philip. Punching a guy in a suit of armor and chainmail seems like a bad idea. It is. Generally, that is a really bad idea. The thing is, though, that typically that is considered non-lethal damage. Typically. The trouble is that sometimes, once in a while, things happen, you know? And when they happen, they're not always predictable. Oops. Yeah, combat's interesting. I don't love unarmed combat. Really. I'm not a big fan of unarmed combat in the game. Yeah, I'm gonna see if this tavern has a bed for me. I think it does, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, see, the wreath means it's somewhere I can stay. Oh yeah, the guy punching me. Oh yeah, that's also true. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, punching a guy in plate mail is a tremendously bad idea. Like that is what's so freaking funny to me every time Henry gets into an unarmed brawl with someone is they think punching me in the face is a good idea. When I look like that. That's not somebody you want to, kill.
Beautiful.
Oh, it's really pissing
But-
down.
Also, yes, hi Kevin. How you doing? Welcome. Where is the... I mean, I could just... You know what? Screw it. Screw it. I'm just going to go to the place where I know I have a bed, which is over here. Means I gotta go back through. Like, I want to finish this quest before we're done tonight, because it's time sensitive.
I'd like a beer.
And if I don't, that means I can't come back and sell stuff off stream. Yes, grappling is key for a guy in armor, but not if you're not trying to kill him, also. Although, to be fair, if you knock somebody to the ground and they're in heavy armor, they are going to have relatively more trouble getting up. So, yeah, no, that can still be useful, I suppose. It can still be useful.
Good day.
But yeah, if you're trying to kill a guy in armor, you don't have a particularly heavy weapon, you can either get lucky and hit a relative weak spot, but there aren't many of those. Or you can knock them to the ground and make your own weak spot. You know, eye slits, under the mask, that kind of thing, with a dagger. Or I guess half sorting, but realistically, you're gonna use a dagger. Anyway, welcome back, Kevin. I got to leave work early, go to confession and mass. Finally got to join in. Well, good to have you. We are, unfortunately, we are almost done for the night, but glad to have you here anyway. Timothy Chalamet's The King has a fight scene at the end, devolves into grappling. Love the movie, one of my favorite of all time. Really? I haven't seen it, but that does sound pretty cool. I mean, that is actually, like, extremely realistic. You know, that is basically how that worked. Can I pick this up? Oh, nope. Okay. I have not seen the movie, but yeah, that is extremely realistic how armored combat often went. 19. That is gonna overfill me, so I'm going to sit. I'm going to read some books to kill some time. Oh, I've not reached the skill level. Oh, it's a retelling of Henry V. Interesting. Okay. Evan says, yeah, I'm just pleased that two of my favorite intellectual friends are collaborating. Oh yeah, it was great. I don't know if you wound up seeing our actual collaboration video, the one on distributism. You did, didn't you? I think you even commented, didn't you? But yeah, no, it's great. That was a particularly enjoyable one. I had a great time with that. Let's put these stolen things away, shall we? Oops. Anything else I need to put away? I don't think so. I think we're good. Yeah, that was a great deal of fun. MSim says, I'd love for you to one day tell us you're streaming and when the thumbnail goes live, it's you in an apron washing dishes, looking in distress as Erica has her hands on her hips, or she streams instead as a surprise. I mean, I have yes. Also, Philip, we got to do that again sometime. We'll think of another subject to do for sure. Yeah. But yeah, it's a long one, Kevin. So take your time with it. You probably can also just listen. Eric, you would love that. I mean, hey, we keep half-heartedly saying that you should do a live stream at some point. Partially so that you can stream and I can yap. Oh, the me washing the dishes thing, right. Yeah, that too. I wash dishes sometimes, but never the whole thing all at once is the issue. That is true. I will say collab videos are probably easier and generally much more fun. That's true. Yeah, you keep saying you should play BioShock while I yap. That is probably a good idea. Need to be by dawn, so if I do this, that's fine. Let's just wait for a while, sitting in a chair. Philip says, the problem with listening to a collab episode is that you won't get to see my face, which is a huge perk of the video. Yeah, that's true. Both of our faces are quite present. So that is a bonus. I would say that's a bonus, not necessarily a necessary factor. That is actually not a bad idea. Because I'm assuming, Erica, you wouldn't have a face cam or anything, but you could have a Vince cam, like MSim suggests, and have me just doing some dishes on a camera in the corner, right, down here, while she plays BioShock and I yap about stuff. Yeah, Kevin, that is true. Philip did not get to join us back in the Red Dead Redemption 2 days. That was a fun set of streams. That was good. Now, that said, they're still there on the channel. So you could, theoretically, if you wanted to, go back and watch. They are there. Let's go early in the morning. That early? That early. I can always wait there. That's always fun. I can always wait there. I'll have to infiltrate the anti-Semis meeting tomorrow. That's fine. Or just not. That'd be funny if I just didn't and just completely missed the main story quest. Oh, you want no spoilers for Red Dead Redemption 2? You plan to play it eventually whenever I get a Steam Deck where it comes to Switch 2. I'm assuming or hoping that it eventually will, I suppose. And I'll say as well, I don't know what your PC looks like, but it'll run on relatively mediocre hardware. It'll run decently. I mean, probably not perfectly, but it'll do fine. When I streamed it, my computer was I had not upgraded several components of my computer at that time. I had a lot less RAM than I did, and I had a much lower processor. So I think you could probably run it even just on PC. Wait, Imsimp, I'm not sure what you're asking. What if what's basically everyone you can through the entire game? I'm not sure what you're asking. Oops, I took a wrong turn. It's this way. How are the cats? They're still wonderful, and they pee. They poop and pee places where they shouldn't, but that's nothing new. Yes, Erica's mad at Angel. Angel pooped on our bed the other day. So she has a good reason to be angry at Angel. But I have forgiven Angel for it. Oh, what if it's literally all the non-Jewish NPCs? Okay, no, that would be funny. That would be really funny. What if it's just you, the player, and they're making a political statement, and the game has gone woke? Turbo is my perfect big baby. That is... Yeah, okay, sure. I know. Whatever. Philip says I'd probably enjoy watching BioShock more than I enjoy playing it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of playing it. I've only ever played some of the first one. But it has some fascinating topics for philosophical discussion. So, I don't know. Like I said, I would probably have a good time yapping while Erica plays it. It would be
humble respects.
That'd probably be fun. Hey, Vlach.
Yeah, read, kidder.
Well, Vlach, I can see there's plenty of interest in the competition. When does the shooting start?
I'm getting too old for this, kidder. I can do without all the hubble shoe, you know. Them yummy yakkers today, they've got no sense. Fuck it.
Hold on. What happened?
They ran out of beer. So the guild cut the evening meeting short, and old Linhart went home early.
What?
He stumbled upon Tess and Anton, and our blockhead takes off running and hurts his arm.
Oh, so I have to do it.
You got hurt? And what about the competition?
One, it's scary. Two, it's a first-person shooter, so I can't talk while in combat. That is true.
So our kid of Bukovets will have to shoot with bugger all chance of winning.
He doesn't know how to shoot.
Nowhere near like Caspar, nor you.
But I'm not a yakker.
Who fucking cares? We'll vouch for you. Henry will give you half of the winnings on top if you gang there in Anton's place. All right. You'll get twice as much. You shoot better than all of us together anyways. So what you say?
So Imsim, that is a question I cannot answer, because I will say that Erica and I lived together for a while before we were married. So yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know. It's a fascinating prospect though. It's one of those things where. It's one of those things where I absolutely, in retrospect, can see the I'll just say, broadly speaking, the benefit of moving in together on your wedding night for the first time, that sort of thing. I can absolutely see the appeal of that sort of thing. All right, let's do this. Let's do the shooting.
I'll do it.
In the heavy rain.
Thanks, kidder. The tourney's about to start, so away, man. Time's wasted.
All right, let's do it.
Let's get to it. I'll show them how to shoot.
Godspeed, sonny.
I need to get a bow.
You don't look like a yakker.
I came to compete. I'm shooting for the striped Tonys.
Aye, you're that new fella from Vlach. He already told me Anton is out. So, snipper snapper, I hope you don't embarrass them. Good luck. You know the rules.
The right way is separate beds, right? So, like, before you're married, yeah. If you're going to live together, then yes. I mean, ideally, you would move in together once you're married. Ideally, but that is also like it's unfortunately rather impractical. So it is true. I steal the sheets. I snore. Yes, and also Gabriel just doesn't. No, okay. Listen, you share the bed with Gabriel, but it's not like he actually sleeps. So I also do. Yes, want. Ideally I would want a waterbed. Really, I grew up with a waterbed, and it's just so comfortable, so delightfully comfortable. Right, what are the rules?
to me.
You shoot the target, right?
Is your right. The miner's popinjay is shot with a light crossbow, and the aim is to shoot down more straw birds than your opponents do. Whoever hits the bird first gets the hit, so you have to be fast and accurate.
Cool.
Your opponents will be Jörg Preng of All Saints and Henslin Ebner, the best shooter in Kuttenberg.
Oh.
Do you need to ken anything else?
Interesting. Okay. Tim says my parents have separate beds, but mainly because my grandma is extremely old, so my mom sleeps close to her in case anything happens at night. Let's see. Makes sense.
I know
let's do it.
Let's go and shoot.
That's right.
Oh, 2 attached twin beds. Not a bad idea. I mean, there's those what is it? Sleep Number has different sides of all kinds of settings. Missed it. Really? Shoot. Got one. Dang it. Try that one. Way too high. Shoot. Okay. I'm losing. There we go. Good. Ooh, the other ones are getting awfully far. Ah! Where are they? Oh, there it is. There we go. Okay. Tied for first. Are there more? Where are they? I tied. Does that count as winning? Dang it. I thought I tied. It's 3 versus 3.
A rigged besom that was. I've never seen the like. Lost in such a lead in a match. That's something.
Look, Vlach, leave me alone. Right? If Anton hadn't fucked up, he could have shown off himself.
Only you said you knew how to shoot.
You're the one who said I had to get you out of the
Siamese
mess.
twin bed.
Christ, I had no idea it'd end up like this.
Is that still the term? I don't know.
Read
That's
about
probably
one
still a
thing.
term. Right?
You're a buddy lad. You stood behind us, and I value that. Even if the shooting match went to hell.
It didn't go to hell. I still.
So you know the striped Tonys know what the help is worth.
Fine. Thanks. And
I joked.
Godspeed.
I don't care. It's fine. I goofed it. It's whatever.
Godspeed.
I still earned I still earned his respect. I just didn't win the shooting competition. It's fine. Activity completed. Deal with it. And it does, by the way, it does open up and continue the next part of the quest, so it's fine. The next thing in the quest line. Erica says, see, I literally cannot play a game without doing it perfectly the first time. I don't play games to replay them again. Yeah, I get that. I get that. I could just repeat it. That is possible. It's also just like I couldn't see where the bastards were. But poppin' jazz. Yeah, that is true, and that is I will say that is a temperamental difference between Erica and me. Sorry, that yes, Erica is very much a one and done kind of person, whereas I will watch, play, read, whatever, the same damn thing as many times as I can, over and over and over. For example, well, first of all, I'll watch TV shows over and over again. The same show, I will just go back through and rewatch. I've just finished rereading the entire Star Wars EU, and will probably start again soon. I'm rereading Lord of the Rings, basically as we speak, with a reading group, with a book club. And when I was growing up, I would do all manner of the like, you know, those what are they called? The like those like reading quizzes for points or whatever, that sort of thing. And I a lot of times what I would just do is I would read and reread the entire Harry Potter series, to the point where before I even got to high school, I had read all of the books that were out at that point, which was up to 5, I think. I think 8 or 10 times each, before the 6th book even came out. But that's temperamentally the sort of thing that I will do. I'll just go over and repeatedly watch, read, whatever, the same things over and over again. Yeah, oh, neat! You pretended to like Harry Potter today at work and it paid off. Nice, I guess. I actually do like it. I think it's a decently good series. I'm reading the 2nd book to the kids now, for bedtime stories. Yeah, Erica has to wait a few years to rewatch them. Kevin says, I've heard that repeatedly watching reading something is a sign of advanced emotional intelligence. I don't believe that. But since Erica also possesses that quality, it might have been psychological gobbledygook. Yeah, that sounds more gobbledygook. Oh yes, Erica's favorite movie, Speed Racer. She will watch that on repeat forever. No problem. Also could be a sign of autism. I believe that. Listen, I have a lot of signs of autism. I have a great many signs of autism. I am a philosopher, though, so that's kind of comes with the territory. I'm a libertarian. I'm a philosopher. I watch things over and over again. Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Anyway, that's all I got for tonight. I'm out of time. It is midnight. So I am a gamer. Yeah, autists are gamers, right? That's a thing. Hold on a second. Let me end with something silly. Whee! Alright, let's leave it right there. Right there. That's a great place to end it. Took a screenshot. Anyway, thanks for joining me, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you on Thursday. I might be late, so we'll actually have to wait and see about that. But I plan to see you guys on Thursday for more Expedition 33. We're going to be, once again, I believe, advancing the main plot. So that'll be fun. And then also see you then. I've got another video or two. I've got one in the editing bay that might be coming out late this week or maybe next week, something like that. And I've got plans for a few more that I've got to work on recording and getting together. So I've got things coming up. Should be fun. I will see you next time. Remember, until then, don't be safe. Be well. More importantly, be good. Good night, guys.